What's up, everyone?
Yeah,
Welcome
what's
to
up? What's up?
Listed. What's good?
What's the deal?
Hey,
How
everybody.
you doing, man?
Hey.
Yes, yes, everything's well.
Great,
Everything's
great.
well.
So tonight we're here with a special guest by the name of Jerzey B. What's up, Jersey? Tell
What's
us
up?
a little bit about yourself, what you do. Um,
I'm a recording artist. I'm originally from New Jersey. Right now, I'm residing in Florida, kicking off the music career. But I wanted to do something a little different. I want to do something a little different this time, and and not talk too much about the music. I mean, I feel like when people start to learn a person, they'll listen to the music. If they like the person, they like the, you know what I mean? They
Yeah, yeah.
eventually listen and like the music. So,
you're going to be
um,
giving us some gems tonight.
yeah, so some background about me, and once you hear my music, it'll just make more sense. You see what I'm saying? It'll make a
Oh,
lot more sense when you know certain things that happened and where the music started at, and and things of that nature, life issues.
that's true.
Yep.
And really quick before we start, we wanted to make a quick announcement to our listeners. Unfortunately, just as it's happened with many other businesses and people in the entertainment industry, we happen to have a stalker. Okay. So if you've been contacted by anyone else apart from us, me, Kelly, Rosalind, Sue, Jay, Rashida, it is not anything to do with listed. Ignore that person, report them. Um, Obsession is not a good thing. That's all I'm
Right,
gonna say.
No,
exactly.
no.
Definitely
Like
Yes.
you
not.
said.
Definitely
So
not. Never.
make sure
Never.
to be well and stay well and look after yourself. But let's get back to the interview. So what do you want to talk to us about? I know you just dropped your EP and you don't want to talk about your music, but I am going to put it out there because
Definitely.
it's
Definitely.
it's
Definitely.
actually such a good EP. I listened to every single song on there and I found it was just perfect. Like you really did well with like picking the right songs. There wasn't too many
I appreciate
songs.
it.
It was just perfect. Like I
Appreciate it.
I, I would give it 10. There's nothing I
Appreciate
would
it.
say was bad
I,
about it.
I,
Like
I,
it
I,
was really good.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody enjoys it. Enjoys it. Like I said, now that you listen to it, once I explain to you about certain things that happen in my life, it'll start
Mhm.
making a lot of sense to you, and
Okay.
especially since you heard it. So, like I
Yeah.
said, I'm originally from New Jersey. I started rapping when I was 9 years old. My mother was stabbed up by my dad. She's still here. We still got her, so she's
Thank
still
you.
alive and well. But
Amen.
music was my yeah, music was my way of it was my way of coping. You know what I mean? It was my way of coping with, dealing with that mentally. You see what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
just like anybody else, trouble was huge. Trouble was huge in my life.
Hmm.
A lot of mistakes that I made. And I don't blame anybody. I don't blame anybody for those mistakes that I did make. But I made a lot of bad mistakes. You know what I mean? And through the grace of God, music helped me get through like every step.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Music helped me get through every step.
So you
Um,
was 9 years old when you started rapping.
yeah, I was 9 years
How
old.
how did you
9 years old.
discover that talent? Like nine, that's so
Um,
young, right?
so like I said, I really didn't know how to like express my feelings. It was always hard for me to, talk and explain like how I felt. You see what I'm saying? So after my mom got stabbed, like it was like basically when they trying to prepare us for her to, come home and we're gonna see, they told her like you're gonna see like, you know what I mean, a lot
Hmm.
of
Hmm.
wounds, you know what I'm saying? And as a child, 9 years old, and knowing that's your mom, you just feel like it just looks painful and you can feel it. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
yes,
It's
yes.
something you can feel yourself. you know.
Yeah.
And music, um, I started writing it down, and I used to watch Cash Money a lot. Lil
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wayne, and I was
Yeah, I,
always
I was gonna ask like were you like looking at other rappers that were, at the
yeah,
time?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was always, influenced by like I liked it. I liked the way, you know what I mean, like that they rap. So I figured, all right, let me try it, And
Hmm.
honestly, this is the first song. Is like, all right. I knew I had to give, I knew I had to give. But when I was 15, I got arrested. I got arrested for an armed robbery. And I spent 3 years behind bars. When I came home, I had a child, a son, little boy named Quadir. And I ended up getting custody of him. And not even like it was. This why, everything in life, it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I literally was getting in trouble from 9 years old until, until I was arrested at 15. And when I came home, it happened so fast that I had my son, and his mom actually took me to court. She took me to court for full custody. And, the judge was kind of on my side, because she was asking, like, you're telling us that he takes care of the child. Well, while we're here, why are you trying to take a child away from a good dad? And that's when it came about. The judge was like, well, I actually think he'll be better off with the dad.
Wow.
So then I was like, hold on.
Wow.
I was like, hold on, I'm on parole. I'm like, wait. Like, I don't even know what to do. I'm 19 years old. You told me to give me custody of a child. And again, the music. That's what helped me get through that. Because being 19, I had not the slightest clue of what being a father was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it was always the music that got me through it. You see what I'm saying? Fast forwarding, a couple years later, I was hanging with the wrong crowd, and this is when the music started being like getting serious. Like, people was noticing me. You know what I mean? People was noticing me, and I was arrested for a charge that I didn't commit, which was an attempted murder, and I actually had nothing to do with it. But because of my past,
it'd be haunting sometimes.
Yep.
It definitely be haunting. You know what I mean? It definitely, and that's what happened at the time. It haunted me, and I was arrested for that. And as I sat in there, I was just like, when I get out, I gotta do it right. Like, I have no choice. Like, you know what I mean? Just knowing my son is getting older. This is stuff that he might not remember, because at the time he was like 2 years old, but he's 10 now. You see what I'm saying? So I started taking it more serious, and that's when, again, I started taking the music more serious. Like, my whole life is literally attached to my music. And that's why I said, if I speak about my life, you'll understand my music. Because if you hear it, you will hear everything that I'm saying now, and you'll hear it in the music. You know what I mean? So I actually got signed. Like I said, I was after the attempted murder case was done, and they realized that I didn't do it. I got signed to an independent record label, and this is when I kind of fell off, and I stopped rapping, because they didn't realize how good I was. Everybody raps. Everybody say they raps, but so they didn't take me like that serious until they actually heard me like, not like he's gifted. You know what I mean? And they wanted me to tour overseas, and it killed everything, because I couldn't get a passport. I couldn't get a passport. Yeah. I couldn't get a passport because I was on papers. So you think, it was gonna pay me $10,000 a show and give me 20 shows. That was my life changer right there.
Right.
Oh, bro, you killing me, dog.
You know what I mean? That was my life changer. So it hurt. It definitely hurt. I had like, at the time, I had like 17,000 followers on Instagram, and everything was moving accordingly. Like, it was moving so fast. Like I said, they originally signed me to like a marketing and distribution type deal. But when they heard what I was coming with, they was like, oh no, we got to do something different with you. And unfortunately, because of that, them past mistakes, it stopped me from doing it. So I kind of got depressed. I kind of got depressed, and I quit. I stopped rapping. I closed my Instagram. Like 17,000 followers. I worked hard. I closed everything.
Wow.
And I said I wasn't going to do it again until I knew nothing was in the way. You know what I mean? And 2018, that's when I knew, like, all right, we're getting closer to me being off, because I had until 2019. So 2019 rolled around. I got off February, and I was clean. No charges.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's what I'm
I
talking
I still wasn't ready to, you know, to jump back in it, because I'm like, the next time I jump back in it, I can't stop it. You know, like I gotta be ready, like
it has to
mentally.
be all or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it gotta be all or nothing. Like, you know, it's just not. It's like I had to make a whole life change, because I seen what can happen, you know, if everything is not lined up and in order, you know.
Right.
So I waited actually a whole year. I waited a whole year before I, excuse me, before I decided to, you know, give it that strong push again. I waited a strong year. I was off for a year, and I dropped my first single, It's Litty. So that was my first single that I released in 3 years. The Source magazine actually picked it up. It's still there. You could look up the article. So it was the Source magazine and Hip Hop Weekly. I released it on the 4th of July, and it was big. Like they picked it up, and it was big.
And you had an interview with them as well, right? About your recent EP. Was it The Source?
Yeah. I get a lot of press release. Like I said, it's not even a matter of, for me, like, it's not even a matter of if I'm going, you know, reach that level that I want to be at. It's just a matter of when. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, your life and, you know, your mindset, everything plays a part in that. You see what I'm saying? So right now, I'm more so focused on getting my mental in order, getting my, you know, my emotions in order, because people don't understand, if you don't got this right up here, if you don't got this fixed up here, the money is coming and it's gone. Just like that.
That's right.
Say it again.
100% right. Yeah.
It's gone just like that. It ain't like you know what I mean? And it's a lot of people that they don't understand that. They don't understand that. They think money is gonna solve their problems. They think that money is the answer. And it's not. It's not. I'm pretty sure we all, at least at one time in our life, touched a decent amount of money, you know, and it's like, damn, we probably blew it, or we don't know what we did with it, or you know what I mean? And that just goes to show that
I haven't touched it yet. I'm still waiting on it.
You still waiting. Well, if you still waiting, you know, just remember what I said. Just be ready.
Jerzey said, don't blow it all on like.
Don't blow it. Don't blow it. But again, that's why, for the people that didn't touch it yet, that's why you gotta keep working up here. Because if you're not doing that work up here, like now, it could come tomorrow.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Every day that we grind and we doing this, it could come tomorrow. And people don't realize that. You could get it like this and it'll be going like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's definitely important, you know what I mean, to take your time. You know, take your time. Like I said, as far as it's like what I meant by I'd rather have someone get to know me, right? And then listen to my music. All right. It's almost like having that one sports team that you like and they just keep losing. Right. But for some reason, you still rock with them.
Right.
You still rock with them. You know what I mean? You still rock with them, regardless. And it's even artists now that we feel like, yo, they are horrible. Why are they on the radio? They're on the radio.
There's so many trash artists on the radio.
Exactly. It's a lot.
Yes,
it's a lot. They're on the radio because people that listen to them, they fell in love with them. They fell in love with them, not their music. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people realize that. So do you think it's like the
social media presence and just their persona on the social media is what makes people say, oh, they're cool, their music is cool?
Definitely, 100%. 100%. 100%. It's not, especially nowadays, it's really no longer about talent.
That's right. Exactly. It isn't.
You know what I mean? It's a help. Oh, if you just happen to have the talent too, oh, you're just gonna see much more. You're gonna see a lot more.
Yeah,
that's all that means. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So having the talent doesn't having the talent doesn't tell you you're gonna make it, because it's other things that, you know what I mean, you need to do to even get to that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that I know, like, you know what I mean? Because in New Jersey, it's a lot of, you know, good rappers. You know what I'm saying? But they mindset is not there. Their mindset is not there. You know,
Right.
you're still abusing the universe. You're still abusing the universe. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna work.
So like for people that are just starting out and they're listening to you right now, what would be like, say, like the first 3 things that you're like, focus on this on your journey on the way up to the top?
Number one, focus on you as a person. Focus on you. And when I mean you, I mean not what social media wants to see. You know, focus on you and who you are. Because the thing is, and I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna, you know, finish answering the rest of it. Again, people don't understand that it's somebody for everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If you can get on the social media, right, and you can try to be a person that you're not, right? How long is that gonna last?
Not long at all.
Because how long is that gonna last? It's like you gotta keep
You have to find
every
yourself.
day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day you're gonna burn yourself. Every day you gotta find a new way to be this person.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So the first thing I would definitely tell them is to be real with themselves. Be real with themselves, because that's where your longevity gonna come in at.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Put the time in. Put the time in. You gotta put the time in.
Right.
And after the time, directly money. You have to put the money in. It's no way around it. It's no way around
It's
it.
like investing, right? Like investing in your company, your business, in yourself.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. It's not like the, you know, maybe the early 90s where you could possibly be walking down the street rapping and walk past somebody that knows somebody and you sign right there on the spot.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be that easy anymore because so many people is rap. They want to see you investing in yourself. They want to, you know, they need to know that, you know, you are serious about yourself. Because if you ain't serious about yourself, they ain't gonna be serious about you.
That's right.
True. But you know, I was just hearing about something yesterday where they were saying a lot of rappers these days, they take their beats from YouTube, then the song ends up blowing up, and then they don't have rights to that song because that's not their beats, or, you know, however it works. So like, where would you get your beats from for your music?
See, here's the thing. I got 3 producers. I got 3 different producers in Germany that I actually, you know, connect with, and I've connected with them from social media. See where guys mess up at, because it's still beats that I also still would get from YouTube, right? But you have to understand the business side of things. And this is where investing comes in at. All right, guys lease beats for $30 a beat, right? They leasing a beat for $30. They're leasing it to more than one person, obviously.
Exactly.
It's a lot of people that rap. See, the problem is what you were speaking on, Kelly, if a person doesn't lease the beat, right? If a person doesn't lease the beat, that's where you run into that problem at, as far as you don't have any rights.
The copyrights, yeah.
Because if you lease the beat, you would know, because you get a contract automatically. Once you lease the beat, you get a contract with details inside of that contract.
Exactly.
All the details, it tells you what you're, you know, allowed to do with the beat, and, you know, what you're not allowed to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It tells you all of that.
Yeah.
But you do have the guys that don't.
Not to sometimes.
Right.
They just feel like, nah, you know, but if they get that, if they get that right,
what it is.
then they go a long way. But they don't want to read that fine print. That's the stuff. It may be little or big or whatever, but that's the small things that take other people that extra notch, you know, and that's the stuff people don't want to do. It's simple.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
like schoolwork. It's just like schoolwork.
And Jay over here, he's an artist as well. He raps as well, you know.
Yeah, man.
He released his album not too long ago, so.
Definitely. I'll check it out. Definitely.
Man, we definitely got
So this is how Listed kind of works, you know. We try to connect people in the industry, you know. We're trying to build our community, and, you know, with people that work together and potentially could work together. So like you meeting people on social media, you know, the guys that work with you on the beats in Germany, how did you end up connecting with them?
Instagram, actually.
Mm-hmm.
See, I get a lot of like DMs from like a bunch of people that
Mm-hmm.
that
So
want to
they
work.
approached you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after I like got like the first beat from them, we just basically stayed in contact. You know what I mean? We stayed in contact, and now it's to the point where before I will hop on, the YouTube and Lisa beat or anything of that nature, I would at least reach out to them and see if they got any beats, because I know I would never have no problems regardless of the situation. But
Yeah.
as far as me leasing beats on YouTube too, I've never had a problem, because again, the paperwork, I'm always going to make sure the paperwork is, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So basically the artists need to make sure that paperwork is right, because I mean,
They
the
gotta
problem
make sure
starts
they
when you start
paperwork right.
making money, everyone will start
Yeah,
becoming greedy.
they gotta see, and everybody, like, it's a lot of stuff that you gotta pay attention to. And that's why I said, like, for me, it was really getting my life together before I, like, come on, man, be real with yourself. How we sit here, I'm taking a lift to the studio, bro. Like, I gotta get my license back, and I need a car. So, like, that's why I put a lot of stuff to the side. Like, bro, let's be real with ourselves here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's be real with ourselves. I had to be real with myself. Like, bro, I'm sitting here, I'm taking a lift to the studio, I'm taking buses to the studio. My manager's coming to get me to go to the studio.
Putting in work.
Say it again.
I thought you're putting in work.
Yeah, definitely, always. And it gets to a point where when you're serious, you start realizing certain stuff, like, all right, this money that I'm spending on this live, I need to get my stuff together. I got to get my own car. You know what I mean? And that's where taking a step back, and that's what I've done for a while. I took that step back, and now I'm ready. You know what I mean? Now I'm ready.
You got your car, right? You ended up getting your car, and
no, it was just basically about just getting everything together before you know what I mean, before you decide to take a run, and take a serious run at that. I definitely wanted to throw in there, if you're not following me on Instagram, you can follow me at JerzeyBmusic.com. I actually got my website where you can go on my website and you can follow me on everything.
Yeah, we're gonna be posting all the links in the description box. But wait, is it JerzeyBmusic.com? No, it's just Jerzey B Music.
That's my website. That's my website. My website is JerzeyBmusic.com. That's JerzeyBmusick.com. And Jerzey B Music at Jerzey B Music is my Instagram. I do a lot of giveaways, like, you know what I mean. Right now, I'm running something with like for the kids, high school kids and stuff like that. They like them edits. They like the video edits, and they know anybody that I have one of the editors, the one that actually is in control of making them and stuff like that. Basically, when they come to her and they want an edit done, if it's to my song, I pay for it. You see what I'm saying? So,
cool.
Yeah. So it's been actually like 20. It's actually doing better than I expected. Like last night, it was like 20 people that got one, and it's all good. Like I said, and they're all high school kids. The girl that does it, she's a high school. She's in high school, and then all the people that want to join, and they're in high school. So it's just I do a lot.
Giveaways.
I do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff to just keep people interacting with me and just learning who I am. You know what I mean? Because again, long as they know who you are and they fall in love with you, you know what I mean, they're gonna hear the music, and if it's good, then you're good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
yeah, and it's so important to help out the others and support your community and
always
where you grow up. And I feel like a lot of people can learn from your story in the terms where you got your tour, you got your you got signed, you did all that, and then the whole thing just happened where you probably was like, but God, why? Like, I worked so hard, and why is everything falling apart? So it's just a story of don't give up, like keep going.
Man.
That's exactly.
Because a lot of people would have quit, like at that stage where you couldn't go on tour. A lot of people would have been like, you know what, I'm out.
Just forget it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's hard, but like you said, that was actually the whole thing, and the fact that you got it, I know all the listeners, they had to receive it.
For sure.
That's basically what the story is. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Like you
Mhm.
don't fail. You only fail once you quit. Once you quit,
Yep.
you fail.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
you never necessarily fail. You never fail unless you quit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Nothing
mean,
worth it comes easy either. You know,
Yeah,
when you want
yeah,
something
yeah.
that's worth it, it's hard. It's nine
It's gonna
times
be
out of
hard.
10.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be hard.
exactly.
It's gonna be
But it's
hard.
worth
Mhm.
the work.
Nine times out of 10, that's one of your songs, right?
Nah,
That's
hey,
it.
the song actually is 10
10,
times out of
10
10.
times out of
Okay.
10. I
Yeah,
failed.
10 times out of 10. Yeah,
I
that's
knew it was
it.
something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
so
It's crazy you remember that. I like that.
so what inspire you and motivate you sometimes keep going? Because I know there's some days, people hardships and
Yeah,
like you say, like don't give up and stuff, but like there's just some days you're like, well, like you say, you work on and like things fell through. Like what keep
yeah.
you motivated and what keep going? And like have any advice to tell like anybody in the industry to just like keep going, keep your head held high? Like what is that one thing that you tell people?
As long as long as you're doing the right thing, right? And you're following your dream. And when I say this, like I really believe it because I've been through it. You know what I mean? So as long as you're following your dream, right? And you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? That's what you want to do. And you're not, you're not causing any harm and you're adding value to this universe,
Mhm.
everything is always gonna work out.
That's
Like
true.
everything is always gonna work
Facts.
out. And I'm saying that because it has worked out so many times for me when I think it wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
now I don't even doubt it. Like I don't even doubt it. Like I'm not rich, you know what I mean? Like like I said, I didn't expect 20 kids to, do it, but everything is cool. Everything is cool. A way is just continues to get made. A way continues
Right.
to get made
That's
because
right.
I'm true to myself and you know what I mean? I'm real with myself and I got a plan and an idea for where I'm going. And again, as long as you follow that, and you have no doubts. You can't have doubts. You can't have doubts. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
highly important. Long as you
Yep.
follow that, you have no doubts, everything is always going to work out. It's
Yeah.
always going to work out.
True.
That's right. Yep.
Definitely.
That's right. Yeah. Awesome.
Do you guys have any other questions for Jersey?
That was an
So
awesome.
what artists inspire you? What is one besides Cash Money? I know. What other
Boys.
artists that
Besides the
you look
Top
Weezy F
boys.
into?
baby.
Whether
It's
it's maybe
it,
an
it,
old school artist that you look at that particular artist and you say, you know what? I think I can do it because if he did it or she did it, I know I can do it.
it's like a toss up of things for me. You know what I mean? Jay-Z is more so, his ambition and his business minded mindset. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lil Wayne, his work ethic is crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Mhm.
The way that he mixtape after mixtape after mixtape after he's done it. So
Right. That's true.
it's his work ethic. You know what I
Carter's
mean?
Carter's.
Drake it's just his art. You know what I
Drake.
mean? He makes great
Drizzy.
music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Drake, he
Yeah.
makes great music. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
Facts.
so for me, I look up to different artists for different reasons.
Right.
I don't really listen to like too many artists, and I guess that's just how I keep my own style. And
Yep.
when
We
you hear me,
understand.
it's people that say like you sound like no one. It's no one that you sound like. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And that's
Mhm.
because I
And
don't
you're
I
right.
don't I don't listen to a lot of artists. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
everything and it's not like people that listen to that one artist all the time. Like and it's not you necessarily copying them, but when you listen to that person so much, like subconsciously,
Mm-hmm.
it just happens,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
try to steer away from that.
Right.
definitely.
The
That's
original.
good. You have your own unique sound that no one can
Yeah,
say, oh, you sound like this person.
yeah,
Oh, you
yeah,
trying to
really,
bite off
really.
this one.
I,
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I actually got played. One of my songs actually got played on a music review live on Instagram. And
Oh,
at the end of the live, the guy was talking. He was like, that was a dope song." He was like, "Bro, y'all did good." And I was like, "Y'all." They both got me. You're like, yo, you sounded like two different people. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, yeah. So
That's what I always
good.
tell. I always tell new artists and people that come to me for advice. Sometimes I'm like, if people are saying to you, you sound like this or that, that's not a compliment. Like
There you go.
that is really not a compliment. You don't want them to tell you that you remind them of someone else.
Mhm.
We don't need another Cardi B. We don't need another Jay-Z. We don't need another Trippie Redd. Like we have these artists already. Like
That's right.
as you said, find yourself, and then you can also
yourself. Yeah, you definitely
branch out with your music, and
Right.
Yeah, man. Especially nowadays, everybody sound the same.
Mhm.
But that was definitely gonna be my next question, though, bro. Like, now, when you're not listening to yourself, what you listening to? What you listening to, bro? Where you in the car?
Like,
when you hop in the whip, like, shit, let me go to the store real quick. What's that?
Listen to the jingles, to the ads.
Do you listen to older stuff, or are you listening to the new stuff?
I listen to me. Like,
still,
I mean that. Okay. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I listen to me because like I be at work and I study this. Like, I wrote a song yesterday. I wrote a song yesterday on the clock. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And like I just study me. I listen to it over. If I'm not listening to me, then I'm listening to a beat and it's playing, and I'm, you know what I mean? And I'm letting it capture me. Yeah. So like
fast.
Like now, especially nowadays, it ain't too many people that I do listen to. I have been listening to I guess like Lil Baby and Lil Durk more so now,
Yeah.
Do you Drake and drive?
Drake and drive.
Drake and drive.
He's always gonna get listened to. You know what I mean? He's always gonna get listened to. But it'd be like even with Dre's like one song, two songs here and there. But again, it ain't no, you know what I mean? Like I don't enjoy other artists and stuff like that. I do. And once I feel like once I, get where I want to be, then I'll probably be in that state, that mind state that really listen to people.
So. Yeah, I feel you, man. Keep doing it, man. That's how it goes.
That's a really good tip. That's really good advice, because when you listen to the beats over and over again, you'll be coming up with ideas. Or if you listen to your other songs that you already released,
I think it's just like an excitement thing. Like for me, it'd be like an excitement thing. Like I love it. I'm addicted for it. It's like, I did it. Like damn. Like then especially like when you're really doing it, you know all the details. You know the stuff that the other people, even when they listen to it, they don't know, like the edits or the echoes or whatever.
You listen to it.
I feel you. I definitely feel you, dog.
Yeah. I listen to me a lot. And if anyone that didn't hear the EP, like Kelly says, a 5-song EP. It's like 12 minutes of your time and 12 minutes of your day. It's called Jerzey.
It'll change your life. Go and listen to it. It'll change your life.
It's called Guilty. It's called Guilty. So you can search me on Google, like you can search Jerzey B Guilty. Just remember that Jersey with a Z every time. Jerzey B Guilty, it'll pop right up. You know what I mean? And the reason why I named it Guilty is for a couple different reasons. I feel like I said, my past, I was guilty of a lot of things that, you know what I mean? That that I did that I wasn't proud of. And then transferring into my now, like I said, when I was, charged with a crime that I didn't commit, is basically me just, even with everyday life, just if I'm guilty, I'm guilty.
Right.
If I'm guilty, I'm guilty. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. At this point, that's how I am now. You know what I mean? Because people always gonna make you. Everybody gonna have something. Somebody's gonna have something bad about you to say. They're gonna think something bad about you.
Yeah.
They're gonna
make everybody happy, dog.
So this is basically my surrender. I'm guilty. That's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, another question. Like, who do you want to work with and collaborate with? Who's your dream collaborator?
Drake.
Crazy. 6 guys.
Me and Drake gotta get a record. We gotta
Yeah.
Put
get
it
a
out in the
record.
universe, you know.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
we gotta get a
when you
record.
release it, you come back with Jerzey here and we talk again.
You
God.
On the platform.
hear
I'm gonna
it
get a
first.
record with Drake. Trust me, I'm gonna get a record with
Yeah,
I
Drake.
you're gonna
believe
get
you.
one.
I
You're gonna get
believe
it.
you.
I
You're a
got some
hustler.
big things. Yeah, I got some big things coming. You know what I mean? I don't want to make any spoilers, but I got some
Yes.
big things, like, you know what I mean, like coming. I'm
Can't
talking like
wait.
within the next couple months. You know what I mean?
Cool.
So again, definitely, you know, follow me on Instagram, because, like I said, I
I'm
always
definitely gonna tap in, bro.
I have my own Bluetooth business. Like, I got a Bluetooth brand. It's called Gifted Melody, and I'll be giving away speakers and power banks all the time.
Oh,
And you know what I mean?
cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm always doing something, you know, trying to keep the people in. Like I said, just having them get to know me as a person.
You're definitely a hard
Yes.
worker, and you know, I really appreciate that you came on here tonight to tell
No
your story
problem.
and you know, keep us updated. You know, let us know
Will
when
do.
that new song
Yeah,
comes
man.
out featuring Drake.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
Great.
right.
yes.
Hear it
Yeah.
It'll
first.
happen. I can see it happen. It's gonna happen for you.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
Yep.
happen.
Yep.
I ain't gonna stop.
Definitely.
Like I said, you only fail when you stop. I ain't gonna stop. Drake gonna get a record with me.
That's
Hey,
right.
you
There you go.
already
There
know,
you go.
man.
That's the spirit. We like to hear it. So before we go, do you have any last words? Like, you know, do you have anything else to give us? Any other gem before you leave this interview?
Yeah, just one more time, so we all clear. You know, the moral of this whole thing, honestly, is just, you know, stay humble, be true to yourself, and just don't give up. You know what I mean? Just don't give up. That's
No matter what you do, right?
yeah. You can't give up. Can't give up. That's it.
I
Amen.
love
Yes.
that.
Amen.
For sure,
Thank you
dog.
so much for coming
For
on,
sure.
Jerzey B.
Yes. Yay. We're glad to have you.
Appreciate it.
And
Appreciate it.
we'll stay in touch. We'll keep up with your next projects and talk to you
Yes.
soon.
Yo,
Thanks for having me.
All right.
yo, my guy,
Bye.
be safe out here,
You
man.
have a good one.
Yes,
Take
yes,
care.
yes.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
so
on.
much.
Thank you, Jerzey.